Welcome back to the StarLadder CIS RMR event. My name is Dinko, joined by Hawker to hop into our second map of the second series of the day. Based on forZe's performance in the first map, this could potentially be the last map of the day here on the A stream, but it's going to be Overpass. I'm feeling like K23 have a much better shot here, Hawker.
Yeah, I think they should. I think Overpass is a map that they've always suited. I think Nealand likes this map in general as a cooler. It's a map where you have the ability to go back and forth between sites, where you have the ability for more methodical plays. I will say the way that forZe were playing Nuke could kind of lend itself to Overpass too, though. You know, it's a very big map where if they want to just spread out and play like they did on their T side of Nuke and just try and take fights slowly all across the map, they can absolutely do that. So that's maybe a little bit scary, but I still think this should be closer at least.
Yeah, it definitely should be closer. We've seen some individuals definitely having some good moments over in K23. They were definitely having some moments to shine, but it just felt like forZe were on such a good team level over on Nuke that I don't really know how that's going to transition over to Overpass, whether or not it's just based on the systems they have in place over on Nuke. Everybody was able to get some sort of output in their role, wherever they were positioned or what protocols they had. I think over on Overpass, if that transitions over and still everybody on the team is still having big moments, that gets very exciting for me. Then that's when I feel like forZe are going to win the second map as well. It just depends on whether or not it was all about the map choice that allowed everybody to step up, or if everybody's just having a good day individually. Because if it carries over the Overpass, I think it's very difficult for any team to put away forZe, because every single player can show up and have a good moment. So if they're performing like that heading into Overpass as well, that is when I see a 2-0 coming in for forZe. But they should still be taking the series overall. I don't really know what to think of the third map, so I don't think anybody should be feeling too confident. I think you want to try and put it away 2-0 here for your boys. You don't really want to have to leave it up to Ancient, because no one really knows what's going to happen over there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure just over in Blast, for example, Gambit picked Ancient against Na'Vi and then lost it 16-7. Yeah. So that's the kind of thing that can happen to you. And Gambit still won that series, by the way, because they're just Gambit and they just do that, apparently. But it's not a map you want to pick. I think leave it as that decider and kind of see if you can play your cards right once you get to it. But picking it is a big risk right now. Unless you're a really big underdog, I think leaving it as the decider is probably the play right now.
I think so, you know, leave it up to chance. Perhaps you'll head that way, but maybe not. But I feel like when you go to Ancient, if we have to go there, it'll be a real bloodbath. But we're going to have to see if that works out here on Overpass first of all. Again, if you're just tuning in, we're currently just waiting to hop into our second match of the day. We're running 2 simultaneous streams over here on the A stream. We're covering all of the winners matchups from the first day. Down on the secondary stream, we just added 2 to your URL above. That'll take you to StarLadder 2, and that will show you all of the loser games from yesterday as well. That's being casted by Cody and of course Sir Danny, but over here Hulk and I will continue with our winners games as we hop right into things. It's Overpass coming up as the second map of this series. forZe over on the CT side, start K23 on the attacking side.
And I thought we might see them go for the instant B rush, but not instant rush. They're cutting the noise, and because of that, Kenzie can push into B short and get the early kill. Here comes that play, but Jerry cuts him down. 2 brilliant kills early on, and K23 have been stopped in their tracks.
Wow, Nealand takes himself a headshot back in. It's a follow-up coming in from Jerry. It's an absolute shutdown here from forZe. They find everything, and that is Jerry in a nutcrack, right? That's just 3 kills easily for Jerry, and he can do that in pistol rounds. We've seen it before.
And I find Overpass in general to be a map that is just quite a lot different to most other CS maps in how big it is, in how the rotations work. So I think you can sometimes have specialist players on this map. I mean, I'll always remember Nitro on the old Liquid roster, on that last great American dynasty that was that old Liquid roster, was always so good on it, right? Nitro always seemed to have those great performances. Now we're going to see if anyone here can do the same on this specialist map. And Sorte is putting his hat into the ring with an early pick in through mid.
K23 setting up for the execute in towards the A bomb site. Split over here for close quarters of the Emperor when Etsy's going to find himself a headshot. Norbert and Fame, though, striking back with the Eagles. Bomb down. And Zorte is looking for a couple of shots here. The scout, he's wrapping around the dice box, getting pushed from both sides, and Norbert able to take him out of play.
Kenzie's still got a really strong spot here, though, especially with the scope. The bomb hasn't crossed to the site yet. K23 have a bit of time, but I think they are committing into this A site, and there's that angle for Kenzie. Long range with the AUG. Strength down to the site itself, and Jerry will be the final piece of the puzzle for forZe. 2-0 lead, and unfortunately for K23, just like a black sheep, they were exiled out of that bomb site in that round, and I think they're going to be falling to a similar fate in this one with just the pistols. Okay, they got a hero AK. I always call this the CIS special, Dinko. Now we actually get to see the CIS team rocking the hero AK by.
Manir down, doing damage onto the attacking side, and that AK still afloat, but jumping down to 27 HP, and Norbert's going to look for the headshot to distract the player. Zorte still able to get that kill in, and everything for forZe is paying off right now. Almeza on the double kill, taken out by Nealon, who has picked up that AK-47 off his teammate's hands. He'll start to walk away, trying to pry away at just a few more players, just take them away, take their lives out of action. And Nealon spots the legs, and Jerry able to find the kill. 3-0 as forZe will take the lead significantly. Money is good, though, for K23 across the board, apart from Norbert. Everybody else will have money to purchase up. We'll see what buy they get in. Mac 10 out for Norbert. He's dropped that over to Nealon, who's going to be a bit of a Sanji on this team.
Nice to see that from the IGL, taking the weaker weapon for this round. After the first 3 rounds, though, K23 tears have been ricocheting across the map. Now they've got a chance to turn that frown upside down, try and get this first round on the board with the full guns available to them. Zorte looking for the fight, and that is a fast flick, close range. It's not easy to get that kill, but Zorte gets away with it. Elsewhere, though, it's been brought back to even numbers.
Seems like, I don't know, I thought it was typing, and then I seen Zorte lagging out. Yeah, it seems like forZe have some internet issues right now. These guys always get plagued with these problems, I think. I remember casting a couple of years ago, even they were about to qualify for Cologne against Liquid. And I think Almeza had a few internet issues, but seems to be resuming play. And really restart the round, obviously, when damage has been done. So here we go again. Finn with the headshot, flip through out of play. Let's keep it the first round for K23. Zorte somehow come back from his lag spikes and is able to find himself a kill. Almeza with the headshot as well. So we are 2v2 for 37 seconds. I say play as Mo goes back. It's a 3K for him. He's having a bit of a round here. Zorte has had a double. He needs to double that just to get the round win here. He needs a 4K. Forward up towards short. Got the worst timing to flip away. He's going to hear the drop. The player hits the leg shot. Unfortunate not to get the kill. And the first on the board for K23.
Mo was just dancing around that B bomb site, though. Like there was a mirror ball on the ceiling, allowing him to do a lot of work there. He was in the disco, and he was doing a really good job on that B site, finding a bunch of different angles. He was the player to get that first kill onto B too, so that it wasn't just that clean pick on mid from Zorte. It was just a 1-for-1 trade at the start of the round, which is always going to help K23 in that scenario. They've got their first round on the board. Be hoping for more, but they'll have to wait to get any more as we have a timeout. Looks like it may be that tech issue. Assume we're trying to see if Zorte can get his internet sorted. Obviously, we want to make sure the players have the best possible conditions for such an important tournament. Sometimes mid-round, you can't do anything about it, but we can absolutely give them all the time they need to make sure they have everything they would want to play at their best here. I like it when even the player cams are 4x3. That's good commitment there. I mean, that's not actually 4x3, but you get what I mean. They got the black
You
bars.
can stretch it, Alex. Stretch it, dude. I mean, 4x3 black bars. This is more like 1-1 or 1-2. I have
Yeah.
no idea about resolutions, but seems like he's got an air conditioner over there. Definitely need those in the European heat nowadays. He's got it hanging out the window. It's a good setup, man. I need one of those. Not right now, of course. I'm the UK and it's freezing, so my hands are frozen off. But when I'm back in Europe, definitely need to get myself one of those, Hawker. Do you remember that time we casted a game where it was raining outside, and we could just hear the rain over your voice? that just summarizes the United Kingdom in one foul swoop.
Yeah, that was some heavy rain.
Dude,
Hopefully in June, that's not going to be happening. It's looking okay.
Well, you never know. You never really know.
Don't worry, Dinko. In the morning, I did my pray for no rain dance just to make sure we're fine today.
We need to get StarLadder to put you on the camera and you can give us that little dance.
No, it's a sacred dance, unfortunately, that I can't share with anyone else. It's a ritual passed down through the generations of my family.
Else sees it, is that it?
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, take a look at Zortite. He's continued to be up there in the numbers. I think he's one of those AWPers that, he can have some flashy shots, but the majority of his work being done isn't all that flashy. The power was more of this sort of flashy AWPer, but I think Zortite, the work that he does is so impactful, but it's also just without risk, really. It doesn't really put himself in situations where you've got to hit the flick to get the kill. He always puts himself in situations where he can fall back from the more, he's in a spot where he can get multi-kills out of it. And I kind of like that playstyle.
Yeah, I think maybe that is a switch that forZe just decided they were looking for, a slightly different style of AWPer on the team, because Zapower was never a bad individual. He always played pretty well for the squad, but I think they realized they maybe just wanted a style switch up, which seems to be working pretty well so far. Quick B-Stream update for you. We are down to 7 teams remaining in this closed qualifier because ex-Malian have been eliminated by Khan over in Group A. So nice to see Khan doing well. We said in their game, in the opening matchup, they had a really tough one going up against Entropic, and we were expecting them to do better in that lower bracket, and they definitely did. They actually even won Ancient 16-5, Dinko, despite their opponents picking it. So that's really cool to see. Maybe Khan are a sleeper Ancient team that we didn't know about.
That would be pretty sick. Like coming in. But the worrying part is, during qualifiers, no longer best of ones, Alex. It's all these best of threes. So even if you're a sleeper Agent team, you might get yourself one map, but Khan didn't really impress against some of the bigger teams. But definitely cool to see. Maybe I'll take a look at some of the demos, see what's going on. I'm always down to learn new Ancient tricks, and especially since I can't play any games right now, Alex, I might as well figure out all the things I can do when I get back to playing. How's the level 10? How's the level 8 going? Are you still level 8? Are you level 7? How the games go last night?
I'm still level 8. I don't think I played any. So, wait,
okay.
Maybe I did. Maybe I won one and lost one. I'm trying to remember if that was yesterday or the day before. I don't really remember.
All the days blend into one, Alex. So it's the world we're living in right now.
Exactly. Oh no, it was on the 18th. That was yesterday, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes, it was yesterday.
Yeah. Gained a bit of elo. I gained 6 whole elo yesterday. Amazing.
Amazing. Truly amazing. But I go through the way I live my life, Alex. I don't do days anymore. If I'm working events, then I know it by day 1, day 2, day 3. If I'm not working an event, I don't need to know what day it is. So that's all that matters.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
There he is in his dark room again. I believe that's Kenzie.
What's that on the wall? On the left side.
Can't really see what's on the wall.
It's just some wallpaper, probably.
Yeah.
I was just for a second, I thought he drew something on his wall.
It's got some cool curtains going on.
I've seen cooler curtains.
Really?
Yeah, they're a bit
His
basic.
headrest is on the wrong side.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's doing that for.
He's got
Maybe
another chair over
he's
there,
using
too.
the chair as like a vehicle
Dude.
sometimes, and sometimes he accidentally crashes into his walls. I don't know. It's the
Maybe,
only thing I
maybe.
can think of.
Also, that chair behind him is a terrible office chair from IKEA, I believe. I sat on it one. I bought it because I moved into an apartment, so I was like, I need to get a temporary chair real quick while waiting on my one to come. So I got this, thinking it was going to be okay. The chair literally forces you forward, Alex. Like you know the way you're meant to lean back in a chair. This chair just breaks your back and pushes you forward. It was terrible, and I scammed some poor woman. I sold it for 50 quid basically, and didn't tell her, but she can enjoy that.
It's just trying to give you good posture, the chair.
Yeah.
That's all it's trying.
Not good posture. It's trying to break my spine, Alex, is what it's trying to do.
Yeah, you should sit up straight, Dinko. That's what I was
but
telling
it's
you.
impossible to sit in that chair straight. That's the thing. Posture check,
Likely
everybody.
story.
Sit up straight, shoulders back. Confidence starts in the mind and the body language, all right?
Are the players realizing they're on stream now? Is that what's going on here? They're like checking and they're like, oh.
Have they got a mini map as their desktop wallpaper?
That'd be pretty cool.
Which map was it? It looked like Ancient, maybe?
That would make sense. Maybe just before bed, you have a look at your desktop. You're like, yeah, okay, that spot's called Donut. I'm trying to think of spot names on Ancient. I'm struggling. But you know what I mean. Cave as a spot. Well, this is why we are waiting. In case you have just joined us, we were waiting for forZe to not get back on the server, but for their internet issues to be sorted. Kenzie was having some lag in the last round played. Hopefully that can be sorted out ASAP. forZe got off to a good start, but K23 came back to win the first gun round. I do want to see how well K23 can do here on Overpass. Again, definitely a map where even if you don't have the same level of individuals as your opponent, sometimes you can outmaneuver them. Sometimes you can out-mind game them. I'd love to see some of that going on here.
.40 chess Hawker is what we need.
You know what? I'm so ahead of the game, Dinko. I'm months ahead right now. I'm in August right now. I can tell you who's going to win the whole event if you want.
Okay, go ahead.
All right, so forZe win this map 16-10. That's what happens in this one. Just in case you wanted to know that. And then for the actual main event itself, it's Gambit who win it. Who'd have thought that? Who'd have thought? Wow, what a bold prediction.
Crazy prediction like that. You know what? I'm going to go and say you're wrong. And you may be a fortune teller, but you forgot your crystal. You haven't rubbed your crystal balls long enough today, Alex. So I've done that, and
if you predict Akuma, I'm kicking you off the broadcast right now.
No. They'll not win. Trust me. Who is going to win? So forZe will make it through today.
Yeah.
But in the main event, Na'Vi are going to win. So there we go.
Na'Vi. Yeah.
Yeah. They're going to win it. VP are going to be in the final. Gambit won't even make the final.
I don't believe you. I appreciate that you're trying, though, Dinko. You're trying your best.
I am
That's
trying.
all you can do.
Just as everybody is trying to get the players back on the server. Hopefully they'll do that very, very shortly. Who have we got a double of? No one right now. Seems like everybody's on the server.
Yeah, I think it might just be Kenzie's ping is probably still a bit on the high side.
Yeah, you can't be playing when you got high ping or 40% pack loss or anything like that. So,
and this is the way to go about it, right? Get it sorted while we can.
Have the observer fly through the beautiful map of Overpass.
Some
about
grimy
31
walls
degrees here. Crisp temperatures on the Overpass. The sewer smells starting to heat up, enter your nostrils.
What actually is this area of the map? Like, if this was real life, what would this actually? It's not really. I guess it's a sewer, sort of, but not really. This bit. Like, why is there a little building here? What's it for?
It's like an underground sewer system, like piping.
I don't think
maintenance area.
I mean, I've never been down to the sewer, I suppose, so I don't know what it looks like.
It's pretty weird how you can just walk straight from the play park immediately into the control room of a sewer. And then nightclub.
Yeah, there's not even, like, the ladder doesn't even have a manhole on it, like, to block it off, right?
Yeah.
And there's just stairs that aren't blocked off.
But then again, there was
at
a
the
children's
top,
play
so-
park overrun with terrorists and counter-terrorists, so maybe that's not the biggest issue right now.
Suppose so.
Well, we just got information from our wonderful producer telling us that we will be starting soon and the game will be back underway very, very shortly. We'll be able to continue the action as we fly through the Overpass map. Your wonderful tour of this beautiful affair will be over as we will once again resume the action. 3-1 is the scoreline. We've only really just begun. I'd say that's a pretty cool tattoo, Alex. Getting that. You should get that one.
Where would you get it?
Just around your lips.
That's what I was gonna say. It'd have to be around your lips or something, which wouldn't. I don't think it's possible.
Or somewhere else. Who knows? But
Yes.
also pretty painful, I would imagine.
How's this camera flying around? I want to know the physics of the
drone.
camera.
It's a
You know,
drone.
it's a drone. Okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was just like God was just using some invisible string and just kind of pulling the camera around.
I would say a drone's probably more realistic there.
Really? No.
You believe what you want to believe, Alex. That's the good
That's
thing
fair
about
enough.
life. You can believe what you want to believe.
Who's left that bread and beverage there?
Probably some French person.
Probably a madman or mad woman. Could be either. Or oh no, wait, hang a minute. It could be a person.
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. That's probably the term.
A mad person.
Yes.
Got it. We got there.
We did get there in the end. But there's an AWP line there, and it is an Asimov. It is a beautiful Asimov. Here's the scoreboard. Take a look. We haven't really had much action really on the server just yet, but what has happened is Zorte has continued his good performance. Jerry had a fantastic round of the pistol, and Jerry's also been pretty solid so far throughout this. I wonder what the 81 stands for on the side of the head. I'm sure there's some meaning behind it, but I'm not smart enough to know that, Alex. So maybe you know. Maybe you know something about it.
I've had an epiphany, Dinko. I know what it is. It's his age. He's the oldest CT left in the game. 1 day away from retirement. But will he live to tell the tale of this round? You'll have to stick with us to find out, Dinko. There you go. I've built the suspense for this round. God, I'm so good. You have to stick and watch this round now, guys. You have to. You have to know whether the 81-year-old CT will live to fight another day. I need to know who it is. It's Flit.
Okay.
Oh, I've got a lot of faith in him.
Yeah, that's I can see Flit as an 81-year-old.
He's a young-looking 81-year-old, I will say.
Well, here we go, round 5. We finally humanized something in Counter-Strike, and here we go. Neared up, not the best near there from Almeza, but we'll give it to him. We'll say it's a nice try. At the beginning of round 5, it is Kenzie who drops his affair down in towards Monster, spamming through the smoke, trying to connect, and not really landing much. And K23 now getting into water, jumping up from heaven. The CTs. They're going to go for the boost here, K23. Try and get that opening kill off the top of a gimmick. This could work out for them. They could get an opening kill from this. Norbert.
No, you know what it was, Nick? They just decided against... Oh, never mind. They didn't decide against it. They want the wall bang. It was all planned from Norbert. Not planned well enough, though, as Flit, the 81-year-old man himself, goes ahead and just hits the headshot. Steady aim, steady hands for an 81-year-old. Back to a 4v4. If someone tunes in right now, they're just wondering why I'm calling Flit an 81-year-old, and they're just very confused.
Yeah, I would say I'm even a little confused, but but anyway, it is going to be round 5 that plays out with the 81-year-old Flit on this first kill. And while K23, AWP out for Mo, the rest of the squad now attacking into the B site. And Zorte is looking for the pick, but he's missed, and Fame is coming in with a shot. And it's going to be Fame fighting back, another headshot for him. K23 had cracked open the B side. It's on to Flit. Can he do it, Alex?
He's so close to retirement, Dinko. Just one more mission for Flit. to the site. Oh no, he didn't make it to retirement. It is a sad, sad day. Mo has shut him down. K23 will be winning the round. Moment of silence is needed.
Yeah, I'll take 10 minutes. Well, there's outside of Monster. Here comes Fame. And Almeza gets something. You know, we're all happy that that round is done, because now the joke can end and we can all return to normality. There's an AK down there, right? So we could take that AK if he can get away with it. Let him go away. Now he tries to get the AWP as well. He's done well to take Mo out of play. It's been recovered by Neilwood, who probably just wants to hang on to it now. So 3-2. Good round to answer back in if you're K23. And honestly, these B hits, these were solid. The boost doesn't work out. They try it twice. Doesn't work the second time. First. But then Fame just gets some huge kills here. They just keep re-peeking into the exact same position, and Fame is ready for both of those peaks. Doesn't change up his crosshair after the first kill, just ready for the second. That's something a lot of players will do too often, especially lower ranked players, is they'll change their crosshair immediately after getting one kill. Always be ready for that possible second player in that spot, right? So you have to just have that game sense, that awareness, and Fame clearly has a lot of that.
Certainly did. Really good entries in that round. Almeza at the end there, just having to make peace with the fact that the round was already lost. Just saving the AK for the next. And for a second, I thought they were going to push long, but not before they throw some utility. There's a stack here from forZe. A couple of players waiting in AK. And Almeza trying to make the most of that fact, but they've been able to shut it down. Really solid shooting from K23, just making sure that forZe can't get much damage done.
Well, Adren takes him out, 3-3 on the board, and K23 has tied up the scoreline. And round 7 moves forward, tied up again. Nothing to separate the two teams. Nealon, peek out from him. I have to say, Nealon has been one of those players who's been floating around these teams for quite a bit. I believe he did play for Simon Gaming, right, back in the day as well. So, I mean, a lot of these guys have been pulled in from lots of random teams. You know, Mo and Adren, obviously from the Gambit days. And then we have Norbert from Windstrike. There's lots of exciting parts of this project, everybody kind of being brought together. Mo getting a good opening, and now that opens up an attack into the B side. In fact, they're going to send quite a few players in after that initial pick to try and take down the remaining defensive players, and they're going to call that off. They're calling it off might just bring them right back into Kenzie, but Fame hits the headshot on the drive-by.
Ouch. forZe thought they had K23 trapped in. Turns out they were trapped in with K23. Great headshot there. Sorte having a look. M4A1S decides it's perhaps not the best idea to take that fight. Might be a time for K23 to play with. They're making sure to make as little noise as possible. This is a nice way of making it difficult for forZe to read them. If you just completely go silent, it's hard to know exactly where they're coming from. But a couple of nades are now being thrown. Zorte's ready for the long fight, but even though he's ready, he's unable to win it.
Oh, Flit. Good headshot onto Nealon. Already starting to dump its way into the A side. And Flit just going to try and peek out, use the angles quickly on this car to try and limit some of the fights he's going to have to take here. And eventually he's going to get his first fight, uses the cover of the truck well, but reconnects back into an AWP, and Mo will take that, and Adren very quick to snap the head off from Milzer. And that's going to be 4-3 on the board. K23 into the lead on Overpass. Their map pick, of course. They want to have a good T side, and so far so good from them.
So far so good for K23, as you said. And you get to see what Overpass can be like sometimes with the routes the Ts can take all across the map. They're long and winding, almost like a willow tree. You get to go in and out weaving like those branches. It's a struggle metaphor, but it's you get what I mean. You can play all across the map on Overpass. You can go back and forth between the sites. Nice shot from Mo to begin with in this one. Only pistols for forZe. Beags on every single player, but 2 of them have already been taken out. Nice shot from Jerry, though, showing us what he's capable of as an individual. Neelan fighting right back, though. The IGL's going at it. And Neelan gets the better of them this time.
5-3 now for K23, and another buy will be coming in here from forZe. They'll get the rifles out, the AWP in the hands of Zorte. And they'll definitely get some good equipment out around it as well. Jerry's got some Quicksilver speed, just flying around, smashing people with a deagle, and there's attack timeout in for forZe. Definitely not a bad time to call it, especially because at this point, if you win this round, you can stop this potential momentum from really building on K23. If you let them win this next round, then they have a great opportunity to build up a little bit more. So definitely a good shout here for us to try and curve that momentum now. Get back into things on the CT side, because it didn't start badly for forZe. In fact, it started fantastic, but there's just a couple of these T rounds now have gotten out of hand.
I hope they can get it back in their hands. Didn't go. Oh, hello. What is going on? What is going on here then? Zorte's got the boost. Oh my god. That is a really cool boost. And the only way it works is if someone is jump throwing that molly. Oh, it would have been so nice to get the kill from that, but not meant to be.
You got to be kicking yourself about that as well. You get everything to work out perfectly. The boost perfectly timed. The jump comes up and you don't even get the shot. Oh, that's very unfortunate. All the build-up and the delivery, kind of like Game of Thrones. And while Almeza got a headshot onto Adrent, an advantage in play right now for forZe in the defensive side, but it looks like a play into Monster is about to come in, and Kenzie has to be ready for it. Wow, that is just heartbreaking for him.
They've still got players on this side, but they don't have many more. Neelan with another nice headshot. Only into a 3v3, but they've done good damage onto 2 of the further forZe players. K23 could be falling foul to the flank, though. Almez is on 6 health, but he's got 2 free kills lined up for him. No bomb plant for K23. That's not the biggest problem right now. The biggest problem is the 1v3 that Fame's been left in. The flank from Almeza blocking the round in.
Almeza again continuing to be a player that delivers so much impact for this forZe team. He's been doing it all tournament long and continues to do it here. Good shot from him to start things off there. Then obviously this flank, he had no idea. It's not covering off that monster play, thinking they had got the bomb plant. Well, he's going to try a different one this time. Looking for their boost on the other side of things, but it's not coming in. Zorte, he knows his little gimmicks. He knows his items. Well, Jerry, that is wild from Jerry. Goes in for the water flight straight away from Connector and comes out with 1 kill at least.
Ooh, Norbert taking even more damage, but did some onto Zorte himself. K23 have been able to keep plenty of money here, despite losing the previous round. They had a lot built up earlier. Water control is theirs.
Yeah, and they also have Connector thanks to Jerry's early play for forZe, so they have a quick rotation back up to the A site. And that's why I don't really like when you have a player just swing out a Connector like that and give up that position. When you've got that, that's such an important part of the map. You don't want to give it up that easily, but gets at least 1 kill from it. It gives up a lot of the map because of that play.
And the time, again, ticking. K23 have made no noise for the last 30 seconds, but now they use a bunch of nades into this B-bomb site. Kenzie playing up close. Flip there to help out. The rest of K23 not fully committing on the follow-up. They were really relying upon getting those early kills, and now they are completely locked in. Nice shot from Mo will help them get away. And they should be safe to save that AWP. I think Adren will be okay. Also, not winning the round though. At least they will keep some money. They'll keep the economy pretty good on the T side, but a bit of a non-starter that round as soon as they lose those 2 picks.
Yeah, and now we're getting to round 11. All about 4-mo. AK-47 supply here for K23 as well. And forwards, they've got the all out for Zorte. Yeah, it's been so good so far in terms of just being all over the place, just ready for any aggression, ready for any boost coming in. He's got some boost of his own. Maybe he can start landing shots in these scenarios, that'll be even better. Tied up. It's going to be smokes out early towards top middle. I may as well try and play with the top mid smoke. Now forwards are going to start trying to send some of this monster aggression into Norbert. Flash over the top. Can they get the kill from it? The answer is yes. Jerry's aggression this time pays off perfectly. Doesn't get traded out, doesn't lose the fight. And now Mezer's turn to try and get aggressive. He could find another one for forwards here, and he's done that well. He turns back, but Neil is quicker.
Good start for forZe. Could be extended upon if Zorte would have had that clear line of sight that the smoke denies. Only make sure he can't peek on the left side either, so he has to go back. Earlier on into this half, losing guns and losing nades were almost champagne problems for K23, where, you know, you got loads of money, you're not really fussed. Now they're in a spot where if they lose this one, their economy could become an issue for them, and they are down right now. 47 seconds left. We're seeing these similar patterns play out in these rounds. Oh no, Dinko. Are they lagged out? I think they might be lagged out.
Yep, this is run alone. The man that used to have 170 ping has the best internet now. And here he goes. 1v4 for a Adren. I think he's just going to try and buy some time to try and get his teammates back in, or... Oh, God, this is awful. This is one of the problems of online CS, obviously. So, goes in for the kill anyway. Truly awful, Alex. Truly awful. You do not like to see a round end like this.
I appreciate Adren like faking the B play so that forZe wouldn't push and kill his teammate who's AFK. It's a strat I never thought I'd have to see, but I've seen it now.
Yeah, you broke it down. Some analyst notes coming in there.
3 Adrens with 3 AWPs.
Oh,
Are we making the Exodia right here?
This is the play. The Clone Wars have begun. This could work.
Obviously, just waiting for those disconnected players to get back onto the server. That's why the HUD is going to head.
We haven't been cloning Adren, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Although that would be pretty cool.
I've never looked back at that bit of overpass above the monster tunnel like that. I didn't realize there's like a little bit of almost like construction going on there.
Yeah, there's always a bit of construction going on in these maps. They're never really done. Ooh. That nade's really hard to do, because either it goes through the bush and lands perfectly, or it just hits off the invisible clipping and then just blows back in your face. But when it does pay off, it can be quite meaty. Coming in from Almazer, we've seen him try to do that quite a bit. Good nade to pick up on if you're interested in some overpass utility, but we're just taking a look at the highlights of the map so far. It's been quite a few of them. Obviously, we've had 2 large tech issues, so hopefully those can get resolved relatively shortly. And we can get back into this, but for the most part, it's been quite a fantastic showing from a lot of the players on the server, right? We've seen big moments out of everybody, and that's why we're here at a scoreline that's very, very close indeed.
Yeah, K23 hit a good patch there earlier in the half. Had a bit of a gold rush, but now the gold in the mines seems to have run dry. They can't win rounds. 6-5 down. Have been doing well. Again, Alma's at top of the board frequently throughout this qualifier. He has been their main fragger, which I am really enjoying.
Yeah, it's definitely been fun to watch. It's only been 2 days, but 2 days in a row of consistent performances is exactly what you want to see, right? That's the first few steps into what you want to get out of him. And if they qualify at the end of this game and they go ahead and get themselves a spot in the main event, then that's definitely a very good sign indeed. We're right back into the action, not as long this time. Zorte going for the peek up, but they don't really have utility. So there's no jump mollies going in from K23 in this round.
falls though.
Whoa.
Jerry will flush Norbert out of that corner. Nice way of doing it. There was a player peeking short. It could have been a really cool setup for a kill. But Norbert, the only player on the B side of the map for K23 right now. Everyone else on the T side sitting outside A. And as it stands, A long is open.
Zorte will definitely be under a little bit of pressure in terms of the tight angles. Luckily, he has rifle support to try and back him up, but getting back away from this position with the AWP is very difficult. But they're going to send Almeza in, and he's proactive finding that first headshot, and that does slow things down for K23. A bit more pressure on the long play that has to be successful. 3 players coming out here. Zorte hitting one, a second in from Zorte as well. He gets a chance for a third, but couldn't quite pick it up. Luckily, the rest of the squad stepping up and picking up the pieces as forZe will continue their lead, 7-5 now on the board. K23, they've got rifles, they've got AKs out, they got utility, but now they need to start winning rounds again.
Yeah, we've hit forZe season right here, it feels like, with how many rounds they've been winning recently, but all things must come to an end, just like the seasons. Eventually, you would assume K23 are going to win a round back. This is a good chance for them to do it. Jerry going straight through that mid, looking to see if he can line them up, but Fane is there to meet him with the AK. Attempted aggression from Jerry countered, but Almez's aggression will be successful.
K23 walking into the B site. Kenzie. Going to be waiting for them to come around the corner. A1S should be capitalizing on a couple of opportunities here. Take a few players down. Crossed over secretly, and now they explode up. Can't use the cover of the wall in front of him to get 2 kills out of it, and the bomb will slide down the ramparts to his feet. Now he's got his teammate to back him up as well. Mizer stepping up for the hold. And not a single player fumbling here for the defense other than Jerry. So very good hold again from forZe and nothing picked out of it for K23. They are left scampering away with the AWP. And that is Mo, man who looks to save, and he's missed that shot as well, so not giving away his position. It's going to be another round for the forZe side, who are now up 8-5. They already won the half here by a minimum of 1 round, but K23, it's all about trying to get these last couple onto the board and equalizing the score as much as possible and really bringing the level of difference between them to what it can be as a minimum. They're going to run boost, trying to catch out the AWPer, hunting him down, but they'll realize he's gone. He's not near T-spawn. All the way back up to the playground. This is a long save in from Mo, but it's very important that he gets it into the next round as well, because if you have an AWP, you can make it sing. You can do something with it, but they're not going to let him do it. They know how much that AWP meant to them, and they got rid of it. It's 8-5, nothing carried over for K23. Heartbreak for Mo, and again, it is going to be K23 having to do a lot with a little.
Yeah, and K23 obviously aren't going to be happy with that, but they're just going to have to tolerate it right now. They can't find a way into these rounds, even when they're getting those even trades early. Even when they're getting into okay spots to start the round. Seems like the rest of it is generally tending to go against them. Like you said, they've got a weaker investment, but still a good amount of utility. And Zorte could get trapped in connector with that AWP if he's not careful. He's got Almeza to help him out, though, so they can't run in through mid. Instead, K23 turn their attention over towards A long.
Oh, a nice shot from Zorte. Potentially waiting for the aggressive stance of Norbert to try and walk his way into middle. And he gets taken out of play. This last few moments of this first half look to be going forZe's way right now. Zorte has been a big part of that, choosing his angles wisely, not taking any risks, minimizing the chances of death, and always having a rifle nearby to get him out of sticky situations. And Zorte once again looks at the tight angle, repositions back into a wider stance, waiting for the divider play with the molly going down in front of him as well. He'll get a closer angle, a wider stance, and they should hear the footsteps of this player dancing around, but Zorte's not going to hang around before that smoke fades away. He'll drop back into the A site, and now set up with Almezer's rifle. Contact, and he peeks into the bathroom, does damage onto 2 players, but no kill pulled out. And he might just get the damage done, and it will, alongside Split's rifle, who's doing a lot of work. And now Jerry on the flank wants a piece of the action, and forZe just enclosed in the same position and crushed them. 9-5, forZe another round.
You know what they say, nobody, no crime. And if you just crush your opponents, then there's not going to be anybody left over, is there? Just crunching them from every single side. Wow, really well done by forZe to get into those positions. And heading into the last round of the half, K23 finally have another bye, but it's feeling very reminiscent of Nuke right now, where K23 have got 5 rounds. You know, it's not the worst start to the first half, but it's not good enough to be comfortable. Maybe a 6th round could change that, though, and Mo's got an early kill.
Fame, good headshot, Jerry Yown. 3. They've only got 1 round left of this half, but if they can salvage 6, that makes a big difference. Just lost 1 player from the good itchy grenade of Flit, so that turns it into a 4v3, and Kenzie's aggression might just be able to get that back into an equilibrium again. Hasn't been able to find any players, but what he has found is a good bit of map control. And now that he's walked through water, that's a lot of information. He might find something on the other side of this, but Norbert is quicker to get the kill.
Like a bit of happiness for K23 here at the end of the first half, assuming they can close this out. That's not guaranteed, though. They are somewhat spread across the map right now. You could see a world in which forZe just find some gaps, find some 1v1 fights, and turn this into a very uncomfortable round, because they're in and amongst the T's right now with some of these spots. You can see Flit's got players around him. There's a 1v1 fight. If Almezer can do the same, he could bring it back to a 2v2, and he's done just that. It's even numbers, and this could be falling apart for K23. They've got to get that bomb onto the A site, but Flit's already rotating.
And Flit has got down towards the stairway. 13 seconds left. Almezer coming up from behind as well. He could catch the long play, but Mo's quicker. Flit now trying to deny the bomb plant, and he's done it. Now he just needs to run away. There's no time to plant the bomb. It's all down to the fight, and Flit has done it for forZe. Happiness, you said, Hawker, for K23. Well, it's all misery here.
Oh, man. I mean, why did I have to say happiness? Why is that the word I had to use? As soon as I said that, of course, it was going to turn to misery. I mean, some people say that misery never goes out of style, but I don't think you want to be miserable for your whole life. And for K23, it's just not been a fun half for them, because there have been close rounds. There have been moments where it looks like they're going to do pretty well here on their map pick. It's just never materialized for them, and it's got to come through for them in this second half. Otherwise, they're going to be losing this series and this map.
It's a good pistol to start off Overpass from forZe. We'll see if they can replicate that here in the second half. Jerry was the man that carried the mantle mostly in that pistol round, so we'll see if he can do that again as well. Their walk out through the bathrooms will put them on the path to the A bomb site. We'll see if Norbert can be a little bit of a hurdle in that path. Oops, go in their way. Will they go around him or obliterate right through him? Norbert proving to be quite a difficult obstacle, opening up the round with a headshot, a follow-up from him as well, and Almezer finally fighting back for forZe, but Norbert's still there, still causing problems in the bathroom walk-up. Kenzie has found his teammate in the middle of the site, but Norbert again, another one from him, a 4K! Norbert's popped off, and now it's just one more player. It's Almezer left alone. Norbert looking for the ace. He's looking for all 5, and Almezer denies that from happening.
Still doable here for Almezer. Can't count your chickens before they've hatched if you're K23. That last round looked like it was going to be theirs too. Clutch went against them. This time, though, Almezer has to get that bomb back. He has to be ready for a Dren close by. Bomb recovered, but with 20 seconds remaining, he's still looking to pinpoint the positions of these players, and Dren has snuck into a nice little corner for himself. K23 win that all-important pistol round, and that will hopefully allow them to get on a roll early here to give us a more competitive game. And shout out to Norbert. These kills, just as clean as they could be.
Yeah, 4K in from Norbert in the round. I mean, not much more you can ask for him. Much needed pistol round win. No bomb plan for forZe, so just going to go for the full eco. It should be an easy round here for K23. They need a good start into the second half. I'm happy they've got it. Just like this man on your screen, Norbert. Although, forZe in these kind of rounds, I'm not going to say they have a chance of winning because the majority Glocks, but you know, a couple of Deagles, they're generally quite good at finding a kill or two of those, so for K23, you definitely want to make sure you don't give away anything. Just keep it as clean as possible, get that information, play these long-range angles, set up properly in defense to catch off multiple opponents coming in your way. They're not going to have utility to be able to separate you off. They're not going to have any options to manipulate the map in their favor, so should be an easy enough round here for K23. Good shot from Mo, just before that no pop. Information of the whereabouts of Almazer, and a double kill from Norbert. Alongside the bomb, that's easy 7 kills in 2 rounds. So, fantastic job out of Norbert. He'll pad his stats quite significantly, up to 13 kills now to 13 deaths. But here comes the AK's Hawker for forZe.
Getting those rifles out, always nice. K23 though, nice that they could get off to this good start in the half, because up until that point, they hadn't really been having the best of times, but now they're doing a bit better for themselves. They've gone on holiday, maybe not to the nicest destination yet, but still a good start for them. Zorte getting that AK kill in towards mid, but there's a nade there to follow through for Mo. K23 able to win out on those early trades.
Flit walking up into the bathrooms, just trying to get a jump in head. Come over the top of the dice box. But Mo's not jumping. Instead, he's just going to hide behind. They're going to use the close range angles of these weaker weapons, right? You don't want to give them the level playing field of putting them out in those long range fights against the AKs. You will lose most of those battles. It's all about just keeping these close angles, choosing your angles wisely, and allowing yourself to have the best possible chance of taking down a player in front of you. If you open up these fights, the AKs will certainly be feeling much more comfortable. And 35 seconds left, just hiding these positions, not giving away anything. These AKs have to come into you. Unless they're forced out of position with utility, which certainly could come into play. Adran close in the smoke, flipping out Neil early on, but that smoke fades away, and Adran is taken down. So now just Mo and Fame left alone in a 2v3, and forZe return to the tides.
Nice headshot from Fame. Maybe he can run in.
1v1.
Yeah, he's got a 1v1 on the side, but Kenzie jumps back to Pillar. Really well played by Kenzie to survive. And now Fame has to force the issue. Another fight goes his way. He knows this man planted the bomb, but he can't find Kenzie right now. Kenzie wrapping around the Pillar, playing it nice and patiently in the post plant, giving forZe the round back and their first round on this T side.
Yeah, good job to the observers as well there for turning off the X-ray, building the tension a little bit there as well. They've been doing a fantastic job throughout this tournament so far, so shout out to the production team overall. But yeah, just I like that he knows, okay, I've got a 1v1 here due to the info. He knew Flit was most likely on his way down from the A side, so he tries to dive on in, but Kenzie had just got on the bomb a little too early for him. That's out the round at the end as well. Round 19 is forZe heading closer and closer to victory lane in a spot in the main RMR event, where they will play against the likes of Navi, Gambit, and Pro, among others in the main event already. Just going to turn back and spot out Jerry. Almazer able to take one, and a second kill in this time from Zorte. Trading blow for blow, but this time it is forZe who come out on top of the battle in terms of manpower, but health points wise, is 2 players very, very low indeed.
Still in a fairly good position in connector. If he pops his head up at the right time, they might not be looking his way. Milan's in a much more difficult position on B, but I don't think he'll be tested anytime soon. A lull in the action with 45 seconds remaining, but Mo has finally started to realize, with there being so much silence across the map, A long is the most likely position that these forZe players are coming in from. And that smoke makes it even more likely. So Mo will stay focused on long, and he's in a pretty hard spot to flush out right now. There's a good chance he could get a multi-kill here.
Zorte wrapping the smoke. And Mo's not aware of this. He hasn't spotted anything to make him think there's a player inside of the site, but he has to be aware of the timing now. As soon as he hears that bomb plant, Mo's going to know there's going to be this play into the site. He's got one. Can't deny the bomb plants on the safe side of these dice boxes. And Mo's going to try and dance around and find him, but that smoke has kept his P alive, and he's got further back, but Mo turns around, finds him, and out just Zorte, left and low HP at the stairway with a bomb planted for him in the post plant. He's up those stairs and finds himself an opponent, but he whips it all, and Zorte goes down to the MP9. Nealon just comes jumping around the corner, and it's a round that's taken by K23. A defuse coming through. It's going to be close to call, but it should be Nealon getting that with no problem at all. 8 rounds locked in. K23, nice round for them to find that. Thought Zorte had the real opportunity.
Yeah, it looked pretty good for forZe to begin with when they get this bomb down, but you can see just how sticky the CTs were, just almost wrapping around them like ivy there, just sticking on them the whole time, putting the pressure on from both sides in that final fight, and making sure that K23 could come through with it. And now, forZe are in that spot that you never want to be in, where you can buy, but you don't get a great buy because of it. Only one AK for them. If they were to lose this round, then K23 would be right back in contention here. Both teams with basically no money in the bank. Almost all the money on the server has been spent into this round. Really important round for both of these teams because of that. Whoever loses it probably has to go ahead and concede the next one.
Good peek in there for Norbert. Jerry not ready to lose his life so early, but has to deal with it. Now the rest of his teams have to move on without him. The leader now can look at all 5 screens, or all 4 remaining screens, should I say. Communicate what he wants his team to do here with the weapons. Leadership will certainly come into play. Now they run out into the middle of the site. Zorte's hit the headshot. Norbert, he's always been waiting for his time to strike. And he's found himself Almazer inside a bathroom. Zorte looks to try and cut it off the head of the snake, and it's not really worked out for him. He's been flanked in quickly by Adren. And now it's Fim and Norbert, the last 2 remaining players, up against the rifles. And Norbert yet again, another 4K. Norbert on the CT side has been something to marvel at. He has been fantastic. He has been the hero. He has been the star of this team. And another round picked up for them.
Yeah, Norbert has been really impressive on the CT side, as you pointed out. He's been fast on the trigger, like a cowboy, always firing first. See it there on that spray against Jerry. Coming back in, another fast headshot. Definitely delivering so far for his team, and it's been a big part of the reason as to why K23 are looking better and better by the round. Into round 21, they've got control of the economy. They're the ones who are looking good on this CT side, and we weren't sure whether this was going to be a competitive game after the first half. K23 have proven that they are very much still in this one.
This long fight could be the first to happen. The short fight with Almazer's Deagle Might just be the key to open up the round here for forZe, but it looks like this long fight will certainly have more potency behind it, as the rest of the T squad used to go around this wall, climbing up over the flower beds, and Norbert is quick to relocate his crosshair up, goes down quickly to the Deagle. Almeza finding one at the opposite end of the map, but he put it out quite quickly, and now Mo, sitting back in the middle of the site, back far at the A-bomb site itself, using his scope at range long to try and pick off these retreating players, but unable to find any of the retreato squad, and he has to drop back in towards buying. 30 seconds left.
Mo looking for info. Oh, this is on a knife's edge right now. Someone might peek him any second. Nilan goes down on the site. Mo not able to land a shot. The USP out for one headshot. And he leaves Fame in a doable position. Bomb being planted, but Fame's got a freebie. And now he knows where the last man is. Sorte trapped on the site with the Deagle while Fame closes in on him. He's gone into the smoke, which makes it much more difficult for Fame. Now he might not exactly be sure where Zorte is, but Zorte comes out on the other side of the smoke. He's going behind him. How the hell has Zorte got into this position? The timing is fantastic for him, and he waits for the tap of the bomb, bides his time, and he knows he can just continue to play the clock. There's no way he's going to be expected in this position. Easy one dig from behind, and what a move from Zorte.
That's exactly what you want to see from a player like this. Zorte has shown us so much awareness and game sense in this game so far, right? Just this whole series, having so many good moments like this where he's just rapping and getting the timings. Zorte is so smart at choosing what he wants to do, which move he'll go for. There's a goal in mind, and he will use every method to get to victory. He doesn't just go ahead and use one method of just raw fights. He goes and he uses his brain, and he's got a big brain.
Yeah, definitely. And you know, the long story short in that round would be, oh, Zorte won a clutch. But the way he won it is the way he made that move. And look at this boost. Mo, how are you missing it, mate? Oh, we've seen it before. We might see it again. Zorte takes some damage. Elsewhere, Jerry gets a kill over at Monster. These boosts just haven't been working, Tinko, even when they should be.
Fame trying his best here with the Deagle. Oh, he's going to try and get around the corner, and Flit now walking his way up towards CT spawn. Kenzie's going to be chilling out on the upper side. He's spotted by Norbert. The Deagle's come in. At least something little around for K23, but other than that, you just got to save. You got to take what you have into the next one and be happy with that. Beggars can't be choosers, and forZe are making them beggars right now. 13-9. They're begging for error at this point for K23.
Really shows how much one round can change things. Zorte winning that clutch puts K23 on the verge of being broken economically. Now this round all of a sudden has more pressure on it, especially after losing the last one, which maybe you feel like you should have won. And I don't know where 23 have been put firmly on the back foot here.
Round 23. It's certainly looking grim at the beginning of this one for K23 in terms of the weaponry they've got to play with. There's a couple of pistols here and there. And a scout, and now they've just lost an opening player as well. Kneeling down, Jerry is very confident in these openings. Now Flick going in as well. Charging in behind him. Good kill. A second as well. Quick relocation of the crosshair. Great reset in the spray as well. Now he gets away. 14 rounds for forZe. Money will be available, not a lot of it in the next round, but certainly enough to get a decent enough buyout for K23, but it's all about the last stand purchase going into the next one, because now forZe on 14 rounds, they've got money in the bank, they've got momentum. If K23 lose the next round, they're going to be rid of cash and also down map points. So right now, forZe looking to try and get themselves into the main event.
It's looking good for their chances to do exactly that. 14-9 up. Sure, it may be your opponent's pick, but they've shown us that they are capable on this map. And, you know, forZe are always a team that have been willing to play Overpass. Maybe not pick it all the time, but they'll leave it in there as one of the maps in their pool. But they're always going to have some level of ability on this map. We're seeing it here. Moby and Molly back out of connector. Fame going aggressive. Flashbang comes in. Neelan getting the flash assist from the CTs this time round. That B short position can oftentimes be hotly contested, but this time, K23 come away with it.
Oh, good kill from follow-up kill from Flit as well, and now the attack in. forZe looking to push in towards the B-bomb site. Flit has found himself that follow-up and knew it. And now Norbert and Mo, well, they're on a 2v4. Down a couple of players, and forZe should be locking themselves in 15. Map and series point. As K23's last real buy comes to a close here. Mo's just holding for some aggression. No aggression is coming this way. forZe realize, okay, we might as well just close this as quickly as possible. Don't give them anything. They haven't even been able to get that bomb planted yet. Eventually they will cross over. Oh my god, Zorte. That certainly helps matters when he hits a headshot like that. And that's enough to scare anybody away. Norbert's out of there.
Yeah, I can't blame him. Not only the 1v4, but like he said, just the shot that was landed is kind of scary. Might stick around for a kill or two. Well, only one. Norbert getting the initial headshot, but getting snuck up on by Almaza, who has, again, proven to us what he can do. I think he was the second highest fragger for forZe on the first map. Taken over as the top fragger on this one. Flit still showing us his ability as well as one of the other stars on this team. And all in all, I think that the players that we wanted to see show up for forZe have delivered. As you said, Zorte has definitely been a key component here. Now with a 15-9 lead and a weakened bye for K23, forZe have every chance of locking in their spot at the main event. And that'll help. That'll definitely help.
Yeah, Zorte, just having Zorte on your team will help at this point. He is kind of nutty. And I remember you saying, was it today or yesterday, you were kind of waiting for Zorte to impress you, for a lot about him. And are you impressed, Alex? Are you entertained?
Definitely.
Same player. Norbert also one of those. He's got himself one in towards connected, but here comes the play up into the A side to close out things. A little good for his teammates get 10 rounds, but not happening. Flit is just pushed all the way through to the bank. He has an emergency appointment at the bank. Someone's stealing his money, and he's not happy. Headshot in. The bomb goes down. 3 players left for K23 to make this retake happen. Everybody from forZe set up in post plants, even with this man advantage. Everything is looking good for forZe. Utility being used up. forZe in the back. Smokes will create an avenue of the corridor to allow Flit to get another headshot. He's going to stay in it. He's waiting for the second, and he's done it all. All of the kills come in for forZe. They close it out in style, and they move through to the main event. Holker, we've got Entropic in there, and now we've got forZe joining them in the main event with the big boys from the CIS region. It's all heating up here, and these are the teams we kind of expected to move through, so it's good to see that our 2 top dogs have made it through to the event, and everything is going as it should.
Yeah, I'm glad to see that. I think forZe have definitely impressed us at getting this 2-0 here today. I wasn't entirely sure whether they'd be able to do that, but they absolutely showed. I think, like we were saying, the players that we wanted to see more from showed us what they can do. Almaza is still really exciting. Can continue that form into the main event. Then I think forZe become even scarier as a team going into it, because you don't normally expect him to be up at the top of the board.
Exactly right, and a lot of teams know how good forZe can be, right? They can battle with the best in the CIS, they can battle with the best all over the world when they're playing well, especially online. forZe can be a very deadly force no matter who they're playing up against. And so, yeah, I've been very impressed with them. I think K23 are an exciting prospect. I think they've got a lot of exciting young players. I would like to see them kind of click a little bit better, but for the most part, I think it's quite a solid project. It has a little bit of a future ahead of it, but we're going to take a look at the results. You can see here on the Group B bracket, it started with forZe taking on K23 today. We've just seen forZe move through to proceed to the main event. Down in the elimination match, they are currently awaiting their opponent, Esports Club Kia, for 100 ping gods to go up against K23. And that will be the final match to decide who will be moving through to the main event from the Group B close qualifier. And to me, Alex, I think I'm going to go with K23. I think they should be the team kind of making it through that to the main event. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, I think they should be able to do enough, but there's definitely still the option for that game to be open, whoever they go ahead and play against. Right now, though, that elimination match is playing out, and 100 ping gods have won that first map, so maybe we will have a rematch on our hands. Over in Group A, though, we know exactly how everything has panned out so far, and we know what game we're going to get tomorrow to decide which team makes it to the main event. Nemiga will be going up against Khan, and I think that one is probably even more clear-cut. I would say Nemiga should be solid favorites going into that one, but Khan have been pretty impressive. I think they've got the individuals to put up a good fight at a minimum. And who knows, Dinko? We said earlier, we don't know if they're maybe a secret ancient team. They could just be a sleeper secret team in general for this whole tournament. You never know.
Yeah, you never really know, but Nemiga definitely look good today. They're kind of unlucky to have not made it through. We're going to take a look at the results and just talk about that matchup, Entropic versus Nemiga. Like I said, kind of unlucky Nemiga didn't make it through. They didn't really turn up in the first map, got fined out 16-4 Mirage, which was their map pick. Came back to win the next map on Nuke and just couldn't quite close it out in the third.
Yeah, the third map was super close between them as well. In case you missed it, it could have absolutely gone Nemiga's way. It felt like they were the ones gaining momentum as the second half went on, but when Entropic needed to have some players showed up, some of their players did deliver. They had a couple of key rounds won at the end there, and that's all you can ask from them.
Well, tomorrow's matchups will continue as we've just discussed. It'll be Nemiga Gaming taking on Khan in their opening matchup. It's do or die time for our teams tomorrow. Nemiga looking to grab that spot in the main event. Can they stop them is the question on everybody's lips. It's looking difficult for them to get through Nemiga, but it is definitely an opportunity there. Down in the other matchup, that will be the second game of the day tomorrow. It'll be K23, and they're currently awaiting their opponent, which is the EC Kiev game versus 100 ping gods. That's currently going over on the second stream. So if you're interested in following that one and figuring out who is going to be the opponent of K23, head over to StarLadder CS _English 2, and that will take you right there. That's Cody and Danny taking you through that one. So plenty of action still continuing Hawker today, but tomorrow we got a matchup. So which one are you excited for, Hawker?
Ooh, that's tough. I think I'm going to go ahead and say the Nemiga game just because I want to see if Nemiga can continue to be that good.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking forward to seeing as well. We'll see if Khan are a sleeper team at all, but that is it from us today, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a wonderful time here on the show yet again for day 2. We'll be back for more action tomorrow to conclude our close qualifier games to see who's going to be moving through and find themselves spots in the main events. Lots of exciting teams looking to try and make it through it, but we'll find out what happens tomorrow.